Hey, chat, can you guys hear me? Mike, why am I coming in through your mic? Hey, chat, can you guys hear me? Are you on mute, Mike? Oh, Mike, is your voice go bye-bye? Do I have to do the whole show by myself? We sorry, y'all. We trying to get it together. Mike, somehow I'm coming through your mic.
Test 1, 2. Do 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 do. Blip blip blip.
Finally, I can hear you.
Blip blip blip. Bleep bloop blip bleep blue blue. I can say whatever I want because nobody can hear me. Blah 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 blue. Blah 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 blue.
Mike,
Chicken nuggets. The chicken nuggets are saucy.
Mike.
Everybody can hear me. Okay, good.
Mike.
Yes.
Sound echo.
Oh, the sound echo. See, that's where the issue started. I turned on the echo thingy, and all of a sudden the sound went away. Let me try again. Okay. Turn on the echo off. Can you still hear me? 1, 2. Testing. Mic check. No audio, no volume.
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there's a. Oh, this is my fault. That's my fault.
Did you have the echo on? The echo cancellation turned off?
I have the podcast playing in the background.
Oh my god,
that part was my fault while you guys were hearing that horrible echo. I'm so sorry.
The entire city is laughing. All right, welcome to the impromptu podcast, my friends. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weaker than usual, because I'm weak right now. I'm a weak, pathetic fool. I cannot lift more than 5 pounds until I'm told. This AirPod thingy is too heavy for me right now, and I apparently bought a Japanese version of Donkey Kong 2 for the NES, SNES, and it's Japanese. Pokey has become a member. We got Pokey 91 is celebrating 19 months as a member on the channel. Thank you so much for your support for the last 19 months. You are amazing, and I appreciate you. We have to go back in the chat and highlight and gifted memberships by E Samus Prime 1. Thank you, E Samus Prime. Let me see if I can highlight it.
Can we even highlight chats on this? Because I know I can't.
I know we should. Let me see. E Simon's Prime. There it is. There you go. You see it down the bottom right there. Can we?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Now I have to look for the thing. The gifted. Let's see here.
I don't think I can highlight people though.
You should be able to. You got all the clearances and all the jujus.
Man, we'll figure it out later. These people want some good conversation.
All right, let's see. It's around here somewhere. I see it here. E7 Prime celebrates 11 months. And before that, there was something there. Okay. All right. I think there you go. Found it. E7 Prime gifted 10 memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, E7 Prime. Appreciate you so much. And I want to welcome all of you guys who just joined. We have a whole bunch of people just joined here. Tarav Gaming. We got Derpy 501, already my favorite name. We got let's see here, Diane Dixon. We got Joel. We got Bach. We also have Samuel. We got AIS for real live. RL. Got Trouble Trophy Hunter. We got Cool Toe the Binkus. We got Kitty Girl. We also got let's see else. And those are all our newest members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Let's go down back to reality. Hi, Joycey. How are you doing today? Welcome.
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I am alive and well and recovering. And I did not plan on this podcast until I told you
a few hours ago.
You're
like, let's. And I said, Mike, do we have any notes here? I said, we're just gonna wing it. He's like, we're just gonna wing it
today. Yeah, today literally no notes, guys. It was gonna wing it. I know there's a title. I know there's like I woke up. The doctor put me to sleep. When I woke up, there's the world of gaming was on fire. I'm like, what the heck is happening?
While you were sleeping, Sony confirmed that they really, really, really hate us all. And Microsoft is going through it. And some way, somehow, I think Nintendo's trying to save the gaming industry again. And I promise I did not see any of this coming. Ready to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean, what the heck? Like, what? Before we get into that, just a quick update, because a lot of you have been asking me give you guys a quick health update. I'll make it really quick. Yep, I had surgery, major surgery. Literally 7 days ago. Last Friday, I was in bed in a hospital. They cut me open, and they removed something, and I'm all good now. It was major surgery, so I was well under. I've never been so under before. They put like this hole in my mouth, like down my throat, and I was like holes everywhere. So I still have all my stitches on my stomach, still there, and pain medication, painkillers, but everything turned out to be well. I'm better now, just recovering, and every day just gonna, I have not had food in a month, like literally solid food in a month, just liquids, literally just water, protein drinks, and broth that I can't take anymore. Broth. So no solid
Can you
food.
have Jello?
No. Well, I can soon, after a certain amount of time. So
and for Mike's sake, if anybody wants to know, this is totally a protein shake.
Yeah,
totally.
It is a protein.
Yeah.
A protein thing. But yeah, guys, I wanted to do the podcast today with Joycey and Paul, who hopefully will show up somehow. And you guys, because I missed you guys, right? Pokey says mashed potatoes. Yeah, mashed potatoes, not yet. I have an appointment. The doctor's gonna check to see how well my stomach is healed. Not on the outside, but on the inside. And then they'll kind of little by little see what happens, But so far,
not even mashed potatoes.
Nope, not even mashed potatoes. Not even mashed potatoes.
My heart.
But I'm good. I mean, guys, let me tell you, one good thing out of all of this. I'm 30 pounds lighter than last time you saw me. I said serve me. You see, that's the medication speaking. You saw me. So I'm 30 pounds lighter than the last time you saw me on screen, which is, it's yeah. I guess it's a good thing, right? And I'll keep it all off after after I start eating again. Because I can't, I won't be able to eat a lot of stuff after I start eating. So I have to take care more of myself, for the family, the channel, you guys, and for Paul and Joycey, my extended family. And so, yeah, that's the update. I'm doing good. It's it's all up here now. Recovery. It's hard, but hey, never give up. Journey continues.
Journey on.
So that's that. Now
You got
Nintendo
this.
is saving. Okay, go ahead, Joycey. Nintendo is saving the industry now. Nintendo's like
It appears so.
Sony.
Um,
Sony, what did the Sony decide to do?
yeah, Sony made an announcement earlier this week
Mhm.
that in the beginning of 2028, so we still got a good amount of time, but they will stop selling physical disc, I believe, for the next system.
Ooh, what?
So anything that has been announced as physical is still coming physical. But starting in 2028, they're not going to be doing that with any new games.
Oh
Um, I believe, was it this week that GTA 6 pre-orders started? I think it was this week.
Right before I remember right before I left, they were announcing the pre-order date.
Okay, we found out that GTA 6 is not going to be physical.
I mean, kind of makes sense because that game is huge. I mean, and then they could have used multiple discs. So GTA 6 is not going to be physical, and we got Paul Gill Network. Let's see. Did you hear that? I don't see him. Do you see him?
Paul's in the house?
Yeah.
Where?
Is somewhere in there. We got 20 gifted memberships by Dream a little more. That showed up, right? It showed up on screen.
Thank you, Dream.
Thank you, Dream. I appreciate you so much, more than you know. Tsukino Anime. Oh, she's already a member. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up for a while now. It's actually gonna highlight every new member, and that's why I love this because we get to see all your names and celebrate you as you join the channel. And all thanks to Dream for those 20 amazing memberships. Paul Gill. There he is. Paul.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mike, can you take the chat off? Can you turn that chat off because it's blocking Paul's face?
Where's Paul's face?
Right under us.
Paul's
but
face?
There's a chat. There's a highlighted chat over his face.
How about that? Oh, why am I so big now?
Because
that's not cool. You guys have the good one, and I like the
mega mushroom.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Paul. Okay, this is good. Just don't touch nothing else.
Okay.
We got this.
We'll leave it there. Welcome, Paul. How are you?
Pretty good. I cannot figure out something about this. I can't see where do you share it or restream. I mean, I guess I'll figure it out later. Maybe you can't with this one.
You have to accept the invitation. Did you accept the invitation to become a co-host? I sent you one today. It'll expire in 24 hours. So I just sent it to you today to your Gmail, the other other Gmail. So if you check your email, yeah. So for the next, this is more like a regular live stream. It's a regular live stream more than a podcast because we're just catching up and kind of like more like, you know what? I'm going crazy over Sony's crazy stuff that Joycey just shared about not making it physical. I'm like, what the heck happened when I was sleeping? Right? It's like I go to sleep for a couple of minutes in the hospital under anesthesia, and the whole world just turns upside down and goes crazy. I'm like, did the world need me that much?
We did.
I'll talk to Sony. I'll let them know. I'll tell them something about.
Oh yeah, you and Paul should both go to Sony and say, now stop this shenanigans. They'll listen to y'all.
I'm like, Sony, do you remember when we first met? PlayStation 1, when I bought Final Fantasy 7 from you, and I brought Grandia, the Grandia RPG game, Parappa the Rapper, so many memories we had. Fully last with the 20 gifted. What the heck is going on here? My goodness. How do I can't catch up? Thank you. I appreciate you guys. This is working more than the Mets that I have on right now. But thank
This
you.
is what happens when we wing it.
See,
What, Paul?
I don't want to be. I hear two of me.
Oh, that's probably Paulinetta in the background trying to mess up your day. Oh,
I think he's trying to accept the invitation and then relog back in, like you did.
yeah, because I need Paul to explain his side, what he feels about this Sony thing.
I'm looking for the other 20 gifted so I can highlight it because I'm. Right, let's see here. I'm going. We got Tsukino with the 199. Catch up. There, it's gonna show up, guys. It's gonna show up on stream very soon. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. I can't smile. I can't laugh too much.
Oh yeah, when you cough or laugh.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yes, I understand.
The stitches feel it, and
I had a similar surgery, a couple years ago when I was out all those months, and if I had to cough, sneeze, or laugh, worst pain in my life. I thought I was gonna die and flop open.
Got also Nerdy Seb with the 199. Says, hey Mike, hope you're good. JC and Paul as well. We got Kino. We got it's you.
It's nice to see you again, Mike. That's what she meant.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And
Paul will be back, guys. We're trying to learn this new system that we got and everything. So Paul will be back. I told you.
Okay.
It's
not working, but as long as I am here, that's working enough. So
yeah, but we'll figure it out once once we're off plans like that. We'll figure it out how to work this thing, because I know you can on your end. You can set it up, but I'm not sure if you have to. It has to be before the stream ends. So you can I can attach your channels. It's a little bit different. Yeah, let's see here. I'm still looking for the gifteds. If I can highlight them. There you go. Yeah. All right, received gifted by Sarah B. Thank you so much, Sarah. And of course, Dream a little more for those gifteds. I appreciate you more than you know. My stomach. I tried to laugh earlier and I almost popped the stitch.
Yep. You have to be very careful. Yeah. Laughing, sneezing, coughing.
Yeah. So Bob, we got you up to date. I think I already told you I haven't had a lick of food for a month now. And it's I'm 30 pounds lighter than I was at the beginning. So at least some good came out of all of it,
You're drinking your nutritious shakes and stuff though, because Paul's looked horrified for a moment. What do you mean you're not eating?
Yeah, they have me on protein drinks, just so that I don't lose muscle and energy. So water, protein drinks, and that's it. I have an appointment on Tuesday to see the progress and see if they can introduce something else. That's the whole thing, guys. I'm still alive. Shout out to July 17th. Just actually, Joyce, you were saying that you have something to do on the 17th. Like, what's happening on July 17th? Paul, I forgot completely what was happening on July 17th.
That's 10 days after my birthday celebration.
It is, and that's also wait a minute. 10 days after your birthday was the other day.
Sunday. Was it Sunday?
Yeah, on the 7th.
My birthday was the 7th, so July 17th is celebrating the 10-day mark of my birthday.
You don't party all month?
Yeah, I do party all month. But July 17th is also part 3 to a certain summer event.
Yeah. It's Indie Mania 3. Indie Mania 3. It's happening on. My manager is still like taking over. happening on Friday, the 17th, next Friday, and it's also on IGN. So we're gonna be on IGN on Friday the 17th. The registration, I had to close it down because there's so many trailers. I think we have an hour and a half for the show. But I had to close it out. There's just way too many trailers coming in. They're all amazing. Those also great, but I had to close it down because just you know. But the show is Paul and I did you'll see you'll see the we put our acting hats on, or should I say wigs on, acting wigs, and you'll see Paul in a whole new light. You've seen Bayonetta Paul, in the past.
Paulinetta.
Yeah, and you'll see another version of Paul during Indie Mania on the 17th. It's gonna be at I think it's 11 a.m. Eastern time. That is 2 p.m. Pacific. Am I right? In that timing?
11 Eastern.
11 Eastern, 2 p.m. Sorry, 2 p.m. 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. You see, I got it upside down. So that's it. That's the updates for that in that. And so, all right, let's go back to talking about Sony and everything that's happened, because I literally, like, I'm clueless, guys. I'm clueless. Don't know what has happened. Don't know what has happened with the gaming industry. I saw a glimpse of people being super upset with Sony with the issue and all that stuff. And then I saw something with Xbox and 3,000 people losing their jobs, or almost more than 3,000 people. I was on Josie. Paul, what happened while I was asleep? While I was like under.
A few things, yeah. Xbox with some announcements of some massive layoffs. A lot happening now, more happening in this 1 year long restructuring. Nintendo kind of sticking to releasing good quality video games, and Sony kind of dropping a bombshell that shouldn't be too expected, but is ruffling a lot of people's feathers, and that is beginning January 2028, they will no longer be printing new games on discs, implying that the PlayStation 6 will be a digital-only system.
Ooh, interesting.
Although, yeah, to counter that, it is kind of funny, just timing-wise, I guess, funny, if you want to call it that. I don't know. Sony Santa Monica announced today that God of War Lao Fei will still be coming on disc. But that just means it's coming out before January 2028.
Before the PS6 comes out, because if they won't be making any more discs for games in 2028, it's like they're just telling us, hey, that's when the PS6 is coming out. We might as not well pull a disc drive on that on that thing. You know what I mean? And they're not making any disc. And so
there was one thing on the Nintendo side, I guess. I said continuing to make good games like usual. Yes, but one little hiccup maybe to some was due to beginning February 2027, all electronic devices that release in Europe requiring a replaceable battery on a consumer level, they will not be making a new Nintendo Switch model, that they will just slowly phase out producing, manufacturing new Nintendo Switches and shipping them to retailers and stuff like that beginning mid-February 2027. Does not mean that they're stopping everywhere in the world. It's just like they don't sell enough Nintendo Switches by the hundreds and hundreds of thousands, multiple millions, to say, dude, we're going to re-scrap this whole thing and make this whole battery boom, boom. They actually listed a whole, this will take a little bit too long, or maybe I can make it fast if you didn't cover it earlier. Again, I was having a hard time coming in, so I couldn't hear everything that you two were talking about. But like the Nintendo 64 controller, GameCube controller for NSO, they will still be made in Europe.
Okay.
the SNES and NES controller, they will not be sold in Europe anymore. Made new ones, I should say. Pro Controller 2, yes. Old Joy-Con, old Nintendo Switch, no. That means everything else, yeah, they've got to make a new model that has the ability to take out and put in somewhere in there
Yeah.
a little battery. So new Nintendo Switch 2s going forward, new Pro Controller 2s,
Okay.
new Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons will all have tiny little batteries that you could stick out, pull out, put back in, boom. This affects the weight of some controllers and some devices.
Mhm.
It also affects a little bit of battery life in some.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the main Nintendo Switch news to come out of the week, I guess, too.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for them in that area, in the part of the world. But you said 2027?
February 2027 will be the last Nintendo Switch that Nintendo sells to European stores.
Okay. I mean,
so you could probably still find it, I'm assuming, in the wild afterwards, but no more new ones. So whatever's out now, maybe they have a few 100,000 lingering in European warehouses. They're equivalents of our Best Buys and stuff like that. And then Nintendo will just properly figure out how many more should we still be making and producing and shipping in these next 7 months, so that we don't have like this surplus stock.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
especially
sense.
when they can't sell them anymore. But I'm sure there's some kind of clause like, okay, nope, it's February 15th. Oh, we got to throw them all in the trash. We can't sell them anymore. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the case, but they don't want to, stores don't want to get to that and all this other junk behind the scenes. So it's coming to an end, but not in the rest of the world.
2027 is already 10 years. So it's 10 years since the Nintendo Switch came out, the Switch 1. And so
March 3rd will be exactly 10.
Yeah. So we're getting rid of that, but at least we're adding, India, when it comes to Nintendo Switches and Nintendo Switch 2s. But still got faith that Nintendo Switch 2 can get I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit the 160 because we're close. Especially in the United States, it's still selling pretty well. The holiday is coming in soon. With this price hike, Nintendo parents are gonna go with Switch Lites, and that accounts towards the sales of Nintendo Switch 2. We might hit that 160, especially with these price hikes. But the Nintendo Switch 2 at $500 by Christmas, and then the Lite, I guess, is the savior at $249. Is that what this costs now?
To what? $229?
220, something like that, right?
The Lite is $230, $229.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not all bad for Nintendo, at least, Now, I know you guys have probably heard this somewhere because I'm key cards are not looking that bad now, and they don't look so bad now because at least Nintendo is the first thing is that Nintendo didn't create the key card on purpose. They created it as a method to please the third party devs, because Nintendo loves to have a physical presence in the stores. And so, okay, you want to do digital? Okay, do digital, but at least use our key cards so that you can have a physical presence in the store. It's a card with a little cartridge. You give fans the chance to actually buy and sell their games. They have the same kind of freedoms they do with the full physical, but in a key card. And I understand that the digital is still a download, but so is, in a way, the physical cartridge is still a license with the entire game inside. So, there's that. But Sony getting rid of physical completely. I mean, we still got Blu-ray, Paul and Joycey. We still got Blu-ray. Like we both still. Netflix is around, right? And we have all these streaming services, and we still got Blu-ray, right? Joycey, it's still in stores.
You're not wrong. However, I have a couple of opinions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's start with the Sony thing. I really want to hear what Paul has to say about it first, because Paul, I came in late to one of your live streams, so I didn't get to hear all of your thoughts on it. So I'm really excited if you wouldn't mind sharing.
Okay, Sorry. Okay. Finishing something up. So okay, my thoughts on the disc thing, the discless stuff going forward. Basically, my thoughts on people's thoughts on it. Where do you want me to begin?
What are your thoughts
Yeah, your
and
thoughts.
Paulinetta's thoughts?
Oh boy, Paul and Etta's thoughts very different.
Yeah,
So
this is a
okay,
TV show.
uh, I'm a physical gamer. I grew up on a physical generation. I personally have old cartridges, old discs. I was a kid who really took care of my products, so I have my old boxes, old video game instruction booklets, my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zords and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. For many of them, I still have the boxes with the foam inside. And after I stopped playing with the toys, I laid them back in their old boxes. I have my Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, NES boxes from Toys R Us, from whatever store that I bought them from back in the day, still in the closet. Consoles are out, but I'm a big collector. Comic books, you name it. I'm just painting the
I've
picture.
seen it. I've seen Paul's room. His childhood room is still intact with posters on the wall and all.
I'm a
All posters of
preservation.
Backstreet Boys.
I like
kidding.
this stuff.
Pamela Anderson, I think it was. Right? Is it Pamela Anderson?
It's also useful in visual occupancy of seeing what you own and being happy with what you own and being able to enjoy it when you're not playing it to enjoy it, because you have the visual confirmation of ownership, the art value. When it comes to passing it on to your eventual kids that you're going to have one day. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I did, I do, so I like that aspect of it. Some value it as, hey, if I ever need to sell this stuff one day, I'll be able to. Or I only game for a little bit of time until I am not interested, and then I want to sell it, maybe at a loss, but financially accept some of that loss, but make some money back to put towards a new game, a new console. I can't just keep. I need to sell, so they're selling to help fund your new fun, or they're selling because you bought it as a collector's item to sell going forward when said thing that you took really good care of turns into something profitable, or you got it autographed by Charles Martinet, on your N64 cartridge and stuff like that. So there's a lot of truth to physical. Digital is, however, more convenient. You would hope that if the manufacturer is saving 30% or more on every copy sold because they don't have to split it with Target and Amazon and stuff like that, then maybe out of the goodness of their hearts, they would create their own discounts, understanding, hey, we have the ability to never put it on discount, never on sale ever again, but that would be pretty anti-consumer. So let's do the right thing and not. And to be fair, probably, I think, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft would not absolutely ruin their good faith with consumers and keep their prices at a certain place forever, because in reality they could. I don't think they would, but people don't like the fact that they can, and you would have to deal with it. I don't think that's the case, because we've seen things go on sale anyways. And you could say, yeah, they go on sale only because they have to, because Best Buy is operating this Black Friday sale, Target's doing a buy two, get one free. Sony has to do it on their digital shop. I don't think it's just that simple. I think they would anyways. But still, there's the monopolizing your own market by not allowing anyone to come up with a deal that people don't like. Understandably so, because you don't know how they're going to operate. And not to throw Sony under the bus, but they have exhibited some pretty greedy tactics in the past when it comes to finances and different decisions and how they treat consumers and things that they've just publicly said that maybe as much as people are a PlayStation fan, they could be like, yeah, I know the company that I like, doesn't necessarily always do the best when it comes to pro-consumer things with costs. So, shoot, maybe I should be a little bit nervous. Then there comes the whole rights thing. Do I own it? Do I actually have it? Shoot, you could be sloppy with a disc, have it scratched, and lose that disc. You could be careless with the cartridge and have your dog chew a hole through it, and there goes that cartridge. You could be not sloppy with your digital file that is only on your Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam account, whatever, and it get corrupted, not on your fault. Or the company no longer decide, we want to have the ability to let our consumers download it again in the future. What if servers end and stuff like that? Okay, if I scratch the disc, if I let my dog bite the cartridge, that's my fault. That's on me. But why should I be penalized for your decision to only have it digital? I don't like that. A good company, though, would have something in place to prevent certain things that does make digital better than physical. Case in point, you're traveling across the United States or wherever in the world, you're on an airplane ride. You lost your Nintendo Switch carrying case. All 30 physical games are gone. That's on you. That's on the airline. That's on some naughty person stealing it. Who knows? All 30 are gone. On the digital only side, Nintendo could be like, oof, we're really sorry we heard that. We're going to eliminate access on that device anymore. Bloop. We're sending it off to be destroyed. You will be able to re-download all 30 games. We only do this once in a while to prevent people from buying and reselling their whole Nintendo Switches with all 30 games on every copy, but we'll allow it. So you see how digital only can be pro-consumer because they can issue out, here's a digital free code from us to you because you bought it, that we could say, hey, we're sorry that your product got stolen or the system was smashed in half or fell in a volcano. We could digitally grant you access to all those games all over again. Oh, so then comes up when it comes to digital preservation, physical preservation, it's actually a little bit better in some ways. But it still isn't the best because options are what make the world go around. Having variety, having the ability to choose physical or digital, old school or not. I want to clutter up my room. I don't care about plastic usage in the environment. I want my physical game. And I want to be able to take care of it. I want to be able to resell it. I want to be able to share my game with a friend. Hold up. On the digital side, we're going to allow you to share your game. But what about the servers? What about y'all making digital only? I need to buy a bigger storage drive. I need to buy a bigger SSD. So you're still forcing me to buy more plastic if you're so cautious about plastic usage. Oh, okay. Well, then, what if I have to free up space and I have to buy another storage capacity device to hold up more space? That's still not solving that problem. Okay. Digital has a problem. It brings a solution and convenience. It raises another problem in I don't have space. So here people start to delete games playing refrigerator because they don't have enough space on their storage device to store 2 terabytes worth of stuff. So you got to delete. And then the thought is, what happens if 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, I deleted stuff?
Like 20 years
What's
from
that?
Now? 30 years from now?
I cannot re-download it.
Like 70 years old. I don't care about that.
You'll still be here. We're partying in the old folks' home. Don't you remember? We'll talk about it later. Go ahead, Paul.
I think some people are realistically over-exaggerating their fear of, I'm not going to be able to re-download my game in 30 years. Man, you don't play your games now. You're not going to be re-downloading nothing. Very few people are like, oh, I still play my NES games every day. I want constant access to my library of 400 games. But most people don't even. But still is they could if they want to, and people are scared, and rightfully so, that shoot, I might want to play Street Fighter 6 when Street Fighter 10 is out, and if I bought it digitally and I can't anymore, that's not fair. Okay, I get it. Especially to the folks that really do care and really do want to play and have that ability to play forever. Here's what, and honestly, by the way, big shout out and thank you to Roger Enyart 2066 for the 5 gifted memberships, because I was able to find a way, not through Streamlabs, but through a different Streamlabs section to get the stream running. So we are live on my side too. So thank you for the gift of memberships. I appreciate it. I found a funny way to do it, but it works. Thank you, Roger. But getting back to it, because there's a lot of truth to this, and you know, I see it from multiple perspectives, and I think that's why I think, not to be cocky or arrogant, but I think someone that can look at it from multiple perspectives can bring some insight to people who only see it from one way. In my opinion, it should be physical as an option for sales, for preservation, for sharing, to pass on to your kids, to have different financial options to resell in the time of needing money, for the cool factor, the art factor, as possible collector's factors of having autographs and stuff like that. Also, though, I see it as probably a little bit blown out of proportion in terms of, but what if I can't play my library of 300 digital games 30 years from now? Because guess what? You're going to be playing new stuff. You're probably not going to be so worried about the 300 games that you bought in 2025 that you don't have access to anymore. But let's just say that is you. Okay, you've got my empathy, because you're someone that maybe does hold on to the past and constantly plays older games more. If Sony came out, I was thinking about it the last few days. I was like, gosh, if Sony came out and said something like this: going forward, we guarantee, because they've already done they've already done a no-no on movies by taking, and see, this is not okay. They took 500 movies out there that you currently could have downloaded and purchased money with on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and took that away. They're gone. Not, oh, the file got corrupted. Not, oh, it's 30 years. You cannot re-download it. No, we're talking about, like, you've got these 500 movies out there that you bought that they're just taking away the access to. That's not okay. Okay. So if Sony made it clear, or Nintendo, or Microsoft, or Steam, or anyone, by the way, PC has been digital only for like decades, okay? Steam operates fine. So some of it is blown out of proportion. But let's just say Sony came out and said, everyone, in our digital-only future, we guarantee you that no matter how far along we get in the generations to come, we will never take away games that you purchased on the digital storefront. So anything that you ever purchased that's a video game on PlayStation 3, 4, or 5, we will forever allow you to play and have access to said game. Number one. Okay. Number two, if you ever had to delete a game to make space and then download new games, and you no longer have access to old games on your PlayStation 4, and here we're on PlayStation 7, and it's 30 years later, we will, even if the PS4 system is shut down and the servers are no longer online, so the three of you that still want to could play PlayStation 4's Street Fighter 5 exclusively online with one another in some kind of lobby. Even though we're not supporting that anymore, we will forever allow you to re-download whatever you have purchased in the past on said console, and in certain cases, available to download on new consoles. So this would be very clear, very transparent that, all right, maybe eventually you can't download that PS4 game on your PS9, but you will be able to still download that PS4 game once again on your PS4. The PS9 is not backwards compatible. You still have to have some kind of HDMI, but that's fine. because that's what you had with Nintendo. When you bought a Super Nintendo, Nintendo didn't come to your house and say, we're taking away your NES games. No, they said, you've got to buy an SNES to play SNES games, but you still got to have your NES hooked up with composite cables or stereo cables in the back of the TV if you want to play it. And Sony could say, we will not take away your games that you purchased, and we will always allow you to re-download them if you ever had to delete them. And this will be something
like
we
a
do.
hypothetical, or they have
No, this is the problem solver
Oh, okay. So you're basically
for a lot of people.
Okay, solution.
They did not say
I
this.
can tell you another solution. Since the world is heading digital, because look at Xbox. I'm reading here. Xbox is allowing you, or will allow you, to back up your physical games and turn them into digital, which is in a way saying, hey, all the games that you own physically for Xbox, you can turn them into a digital format and then store them on your Xbox account, which is saying, hey, we're kind of also going digital, but we want to make sure that you can still access your games physical and then you still own them digitally. So why not offer some kind of digital device that people can just download their games on and just make those devices kind of themed after certain video games. Okay, we have here Call of Duty 25 when it comes out. We also have the digital drive for Call of Duty, so you can store your games, and those will come in a physical format with this cover and everything. And so people can say, hey, you know what, it's a digital game. I would still have to add it to my system, but at least I have something that says, you know what, I can take my digital games and I don't have to download them directly from PlayStation if I ever lose access to it, because I own the license, or I have a license to the game, because you'll never own the game. Even this game right here, this is a license to play, and the cartridge is still a license. Yeah, I bought this Donkey Kong 2, and it turns out to be Japanese. Yeah. But
blame the pain meds.
Yeah, they could. I blame the payments. They could do something in that sort to kind of ease because I know people like to own, and it's all about ownership. I have to put it this way: ownership is a very important part of humanity. We own our homes, we own our cars. Imagine if one day they told you your car is a license, it's not really yours. After making payments to it, after investing in it, right? Your home, you get a mortgage, your clothes. We just love ownership. We love ownership so much, and then this is a sad part of it. You see people on the street homeless, right? What do they always have? They have like little carts filled with just everything they can find, so they can feel like they own something, they have something to hold on to. And so ownership of physical products or something is important to mankind, to the psyche, to your heart, for you to feel like I'm part of this, and this is part of me, So I understand completely where people. I'm thinking about Thunderstash. Steve,
big collection.
This guy,
he has a museum.
He has a museum of a beautiful one, right? It's his life, and I admire that, and it's part of him. And so many people who have that part of them, like, say, you know what, and maybe people who just collect PlayStation, and they're just like Steve, and have this beautiful collection. I'm like, man, I'm looking at my collection all these years, and I cannot wait to add more to it. And all of a sudden, PlayStation said, you know what? No, you're done. You're done. Yeah, I can see how that could break somebody, because for us, it could be just game. For somebody, it could be their life. They're something that they're very passionate about. Like Paul is passionate about martial arts and people and video games and Nintendo and history. Joyce is also passionate about Zelda and
Bayonetta, a lot of games too. I'm very attached to my physical collection as well.
Yeah,
very attached.
I think it's all part. It's all part of who we are. You know what I mean? And I understand a lot of people out there, and it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. I remember I graduated from Full Sail University with my bachelor's degree in digital arts, media, right, and a minor in journalism. And the next day, Wix came out, I think it was. Wix came out, and the YouTubers started promoting, oh, this website maker. And now there goes my job. There goes my 4 years of learning Dreamweaver on Adobe to create websites from scratch. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the heck did just happen here? And I'm so happy. I'm about to make websites for people and the companies and all of a sudden the next day I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So we have a whole bunch of website maker, and they all ran on AI before AI wasn't even the big term. They make a web, you add a prompt and the website was built. And that's how the way the world moves forward, but it doesn't stop the hurt. You know what I mean? And I think what needs to happen is just we have to be very, very kind of, and like Paul said, be empathetic of people who are affected by this. The majority who are not, hey, we keep on living our lives, keep downloading those games, keep having fun, keep just being you. But those of you who are suffering because of the lack of the fear that this major big giant company, Sony, decide to do this and everybody's going to follow suit, because normally when in tech, that's what happens, right? iPhone came out with the iPhone, everybody came out with the smartphone that looks like the iPhone, and tech and culture, a big company or major voice happens and kind of people follow suit and other companies join in. Oh, if it works for them, isn't it work for us? And so it starts a pattern, and I think that's where the fear of the loss of physical comes from. Not just that Sony is doing this, but is because it's Sony, such a big major company, part of everybody's lives, is the first to do this, and the fear of Xbox if they get out of their this is fine stage, and Nintendo, follow suit. Hopefully, Nintendo's actually gonna, more on the physical side. They love their physical media and their retail space. But yeah, I think it's understandable. Talking to me when I found out, like, what the heck? But in all reality,
while you were sleeping.
While I was sleeping, yeah. In all reality, I only own the major games physically, like Zelda, Mario, first party titles, and everything else I buy digital. And we live in a digital world. So
I got notes. I'm sorry, Paul, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I didn't want to interrupt Mike, but I also don't want to interrupt you, so I can wait. Or
no, I'm gonna do my long spiel next. So if you want to just tack on to what you're gonna say, go for it.
Okay, I'll have a little bit more. Hopefully, so I don't want to be too long on it. Shoot, I had it, and then okay. Oh yeah. Two very different things. One, I'll go with this one. And then maybe I'll get that other one later. First of all, though, big shout out and thank you to Dream a Little Mo, who gifted 10 memberships. So we got Dream a Little Mo and Roger Enyart, who gifted memberships today. Awesome. So thank you to you both. Dream a Little Mo, I appreciate it. I didn't touch on this, and I was going to give an analogy for this. I'm like, maybe later. I don't want to take too much time. But this one's an important one because we're seeing backlash right now. Reminds me of the old WWE pay-per-view. Do you remember, Mike? You might know. Backlash. Backlash.
It just happened with Danhausen.
Backlash.
Backlash.
Right? Backlash. Backlash.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse. But anyways,
I can't.
The backlash online is like, oh my gosh, did Sony mess up? Their plan backfailed. No one's gonna buy it. It reminds me of Pokegate 2019. No one's gonna buy Pokemon Sword and Shield. It doesn't have all 800 Pokemon in it. Naughty. I'm not supporting you. And what went on to happen to Pokemon Sword and Shield? Number 2 best-selling Pokemon games of all time. This boycott was baloney.
I don't think it's the same, though. It's not.
But listen, the vocal minority the very powerful, strong people that are talking don't represent everyone. And then what happened 3 years later? Pokegate 2. I'm not buying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You got these glitches and stuff. Ha! It became the second best-selling pair of Pokemon games of all time, dethroning Sword and Shield that just did it. Nintendo Switch 2 boycott. Oh, $80 for Mario Kart World? Oh, forcing me to get it digital with a pack-in for $5? Oh, I'm not buying Nintendo Switch 2. Baloney. Everyone showed up and bought it because it's a wonderful system. And now you see so many people crashing, destroying their so-called physical love for PlayStation disc and PS5s by, instead of preserving what they have, destroying what they have because they're so mad about what they won't have eventually. That's irony, right? But okay, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm jumping ship to Nintendo. I'm gonna buy anything physical. Forget you, Sony. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Some more words to PlayStation. Okay. But that's not going to represent the majority of the 114 million PlayStation owners that are currently in existence. We're seeing online a very powerful, sad, mad, angry, passionate, hyper-focused several hundred thousand, several million. Sony wouldn't have made this decision if in their algorithm behind the scenes, looking month after month, year after year, for a generation and a half now, well, it seems like most of our fan base is buying digital. It's not 90% in brick and mortar, 10 digital. They would be foolish to cut physical if only 10% of their sales were digital. But ever since the advent of digital, it's been going like this to this. Now most of their fans, not most of the people complaining, most of the people who actually buy are already on digital board. Grew up in an era of, I like my Netflix. I don't need to buy. Oh, here's how I'll segue into my example. I don't need to buy Stranger Things season 5 on disc. Whatever. Back in the day, though, I need to buy Smallville season 10 on disc. I need to buy Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Blu-ray. But the people today, they don't care. Like, oh, I can't own Cobra Kai on Blu-ray. They don't care. I have tons of CDs in my bedroom music. Nowadays, it's Spotify. It started shifting with Napster and YouTube. So people care less about digital in general. And it's slowly found its way to penetrate, to make its way into the video game market. And Sony sees fewer and fewer physical, more and more digital. And Sony operates not just in games, but in movies and music too. Less people are buying Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home, Homecoming than they did Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man back in the day, physical. More people are buying digital now. They see it, so they don't care. So they ripped off the Band-Aid. Now they are telling you they're going to lose people. They're going to lose people. They are losing people. But they know how much they're probably losing. I don't know if they anticipated just how violent and how angry people would be, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did already factor some of that in. The truth will be told.
Can I add something to this?
Because it'll bite them in the butt or not when it comes out. But,
go on. There's an important thing you're missing here, Paul. Yeah, okay. You might be right when it comes to, let's say, there is always the loud minority, like we call them like that. I don't want to call them like that because I don't know. I really don't know personally how big the audience is and how in this particular case. But then there are also the people who sympathize with them, and so when you put together not only the people who love physical media, who are passionate about, who make it their lives, like all the video game stores, people who support going into a video game store, not GameStop. I'm talking about the mom and pop shop video game stores, right? It's not just about the person, that is also the sympathizers to those who are deeply hurting about the end of physical, and And obviously, it's gonna come. And obviously, we know if we look ahead, we look about 20 years in the future, it's gonna all be digital, all digital. We will be digital avatars, maybe like little robot beep boop boop bop beep boop, like Paul AI and Josie AI and with the AI shade, and so who knows what we will be here, and we know where it's going, but I think it's also hard to let go, and I think that's where we like, you know what? I'm sorry. I buy digitally mostly my 80% to 20% of my video games, 20 to 80. That's the ratio. But I'm sorry. I'm really sorry it's happening. And I'm really sorry it's happening to those people out there who really are passionate about and then those who also kind of feel bad for those who buy the physical games, right? Because I mean, at the end, gaming is to bring people joy, people happy, bring people an escape. And we zoom in, it doesn't matter the form factor, but when we zoom in, we zoom out, the fact that the form factor doesn't matter, but when we zoom in, we see the details and we see the people behind those video games and those purchases and those investments and stuff like that. We have to say, okay, for those of you who are going through this now, although we knew it was eventually going to happen, I'm sorry it's happening, and hopefully we get through this. I do agree that with Paul that it's not going to change Sony's minds, just because again they have their reasons. They're looking at the numbers. Does it make viable sense, financial sense for us to continue to make physical games? And as development advances and games become more realistic and the power increases and it takes more space, it takes more memory, and games function better when you just download them digitally and have it running on console. And they're also able to give you better patches. There's a lot involved when it comes to digital games, right? I can't get an update for this anymore, right? This game right here, Donkey Kong, I can't get a DLC for this thing right here anymore, right? And Josie, you got your list there? You wanna
Dear millennials, this is our fault. Digital is our fault.
Yeah, I agree.
Paul, you gotta go. Okay.
Not necessarily. Hold on one second.
Okay. First things first. Digital is our fault. What y'all brought up, LimeWire and Napster. We are the ones that brutally murdered the movie and music industry. Okay. Yeah. And that's where streaming actually came from. It's our fault. So the time to scream about this really was back then.
Yeah.
What, Paul?
I will be listening, but I'll be away from keyboard. But I'm going to hear you.
Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, I don't agree with any of it, but once the idea was there, it's like, well, if we can start streaming music, why not movies? Why not video games? Why not all different types of media? I have a huge CD collection. I love music. I love music. I have everything going back to like Motown. Yes, LimeWire would have jacked up your computer if you got one with the virus, or if you download it and it's not what you thought it was. It's not time for extra crispy yet, so I won't say that. We'll say exactly what some things were, but we all remember certain things. Anywho, I have a huge CD collection, and it just dawned on me really just a few days ago. I'm like, I don't have a CD player. And I'm like, why don't I have a CD player? What did I do with my boombox? It's like, oh, that's right. You give things away, you sell things, I had an iPad, and I still have my iPod, the real big gigabyte one. The one of the original ones that came out. I still have it. It's in my drawer down here, but it's under stuff. I don't want to grab it. So it is a convenience, like Paul said. Somebody steals your Switch or whatever, hacks your account or something like that. You call up. I would hope Sony does the same thing. You call them up and they're like, oh, no problem. We're going to turn that off from this old system. And now that you got a new one, here's your account, log in and re-download all your stuff. I get it. unfortunately, owning physical, that's an old head thing, y'all. We're the old heads now. We're in our iced tea and butter pecan ice cream years now. Okay.
Peach iced tea.
Huh?
Peach iced tea.
Yeah, and yes. We want to drink iced tea and eat butter pecan ice cream, just like our mamas. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're the aunties and the uncles at the age that the three of us are now. And we remember the good old days, and we're teaching the young people, blah, 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 blah. We're still young enough to be cool, but we're old to remember that, we're all older than Google. And physical is what we know. And the beautiful thing about physical is it gives you options. I like to buy Zelda physical. I prefer buying my Mario games physical. Splatoon, I could do that digital. I did buy Splatoon 2 and 3 digital. Why? Because this is for me. I know as soon as the new one comes out, I'm not going to play the old one anymore. Right? And eventually those servers are going to go down, but that going into a game like Splatoon. Okay. And especially since it's not like GTA 6 where you only get a game every, 10 to 15 years. We get a new Splatoon every 4 or 5 years. So it's really not that big of a problem, in my opinion. I like to get my indies. If there's no physical option, that's okay. I don't mind downloading them. But for my evergreen, or the games that are evergreen in my home, I prefer physical. But the younger people, and that's who these companies are starting to really get their hooks in, because I hate to admit it, but I blinked and I was suddenly 44. When I blink again, I'm gonna be 60. I'm gonna be 64. Okay, that's just how age works. That's how this life works. So
I don't blink.
Don't blink. Don't blink or you'll miss it. I swear I was just 14 the other day. I really was. And then I talked to my mom and she said, I could have sworn you were just a baby the other day. I don't know when you got so old. I said, I don't know either. But my point is saying all of this, guys, they're trying to get their hooks into the next generation. Because like I said, I blink, I'm going to be 64. And the older that we get, we're going to be the ones that are kind of dying out. So they don't care about our opinion as much. So doing physical is the old school way of doing things. They want to get on the next generation's good side. So, because let's be honest, I'm not a big Sony fan. I don't own a PlayStation or anything, but I know how I feel about Nintendo, and I can only imagine that's how Sony fans feel about PlayStation. They love their PlayStations. So, PlayStation has to get the newer generation, because more than likely, us old heads, we're already hooked. We're going to buy whatever they put out, no matter what. I'm not going to stop playing Zelda once Nintendo goes all digital. Doesn't mean I'm going to like it and I'm going to protest it and write letters and emails and do all the things, but that doesn't mean that it's going to change Nintendo's mind. And when it comes to any of these companies, they don't do anything if it's going to negatively impact how much they're getting in money, how much money they're getting, right? So if most of their fan base preferred physical, they would keep it.
Yeah,
they would keep it.
I agree.
They know that most of their fan base, from all the years of data that they have, they prefer digital.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get into my notes here. That was just the opening. Let's get into some other things. And also, Paul actually said a lot of this. He kind of plucked a lot of this out of my head. Guys, Twitter isn't a real place.
It's not.
Instagram isn't a real place. YouTube is barely real. Barely. We are the vocal minority. I guarantee you, by the time 2028 hits, a lot of people are either going to forget or they're not going to care.
Even as Nintendo fans, we're a minority, because you go outside, and you talk to people like, Oh, you haven't Nintendo. We don't talk about Nintendo Switch. We talk amongst each other. But even as fans that here gaming Nintendo, we're minority as well. So
Sorry.
your car's beeping, Joycey.
Yeah. No, it's reminding me to take my medicine. So yeah, kind of what Mike said as well. Certain games are already going all digital. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm gonna be very honest. Nintendo, it's only a matter of time before Nintendo does it, because Nintendo's gonna go all digital too, y'all.
Yeah.
Eventually. I don't know if it's going to happen on the Switch 3 or whatever the next system is, but by the one after the next system, I think you can almost bet money on it. They're going to go all digital because they want to keep as much money. All these companies want to keep as much money in their pockets as possible. So I'm not going to tell you, Sony fans, who I completely sympathize and empathize with, I'm not going to tell you to take it, lying down, write your letters, complain if you want to, see if you can boycott, whatever you guys got to do, right? But the majority of PlayStation or gamer fans are not all online like we are. Yeah. Even if they're hardcore and they follow all the news, they're just like, oh, all digital. Cool, whatever. They don't care. Yeah. And I'm very, very, very sorry to say this. I kind of this didn't sound as bleak when I was
writing it, but hey,
when I was writing it,
here's a light note to add to that. I'll bet you anything that Nintendo will be the very, very last.
No, they're going to be the last. They're going to be the last.
10 years from now, Nintendo with the key cards holding up, to physical. So,
or maybe all their first party will become, digital, and then there's key cards still for third party. I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's coming. Yeah. I already hate this fact. We already have to buy additional storage. One of the things I love about physical is that I can buy my Zelda. I can buy my Bayonettas. I can buy my games that I really, really love that I'm going to play over and over and over again. I'm still playing Bayonetta. I'm still playing Zelda. I'm still playing all my physical games. One of the things I love about
Bayonetta?
That. Oh, no.
Yes! Yes! I said Bayonetta!
Oh,
Mistress!
My God.
Come to me, mistress.
Something's wrong with Bayonetta's voice.
Step on me, mommy.
It's not as attractive as it does in the store, in the game.
No, Bayonetta, you're not welcome right now.
Oh, that's hogwash. I could be there.
No, stay there. Stay there.
No,
Sorry.
It's after 9
Bayonetta
o'clock.
did say hi.
It's after 9 o'clock. It's extra crispy time. She can come on. This is what happens when we wing it.
By the way, look, while Josie was talking, I got my Nintendo glasses on.
Oh yeah.
I got my Sony glasses on, which I don't think people are gonna like that much because they're mad.
Those are cool.
And I got my I don't know what console is yellow. I guess Xbox
is green.
Xbox is green.
Well, not right now because they're not making any green. So
oh, that's called a diss. You're in high school. That's called a diss.
I'm gonna do the yellow for them.
That was what, guys. That is a perfect example of how to throw shade.
You can put your yellow and blue together to make green.
Yeah.
Yeah, one eye will be blue, the other one will be yellow. Okay, just a couple other things, guys. I know I had said once the PlayStation 6 comes out, I can almost guarantee you that PlayStation is going to hit the ground running. I don't think, in my personal opinion, from observation, I don't think they really hit the ground running as well with the PS5. I hear a lot of concerns about, or complaints. There's not enough exclusives. There's not enough this. There's not enough that. And you know how Nintendo is. We're just going to drop a new game every single month. Why not? But I guarantee you the PlayStation 6 is going to hit the ground running, because they are, even though it's a vocal minority, they're still hearing you. And they're like, we got to put out a badass game or badass few games to make people come buy this thing. you know, because there could be a little bit of, I don't know if I want a PS6 just yet. I don't know if I'm too crazy about all digital, but let me see what the games are. They come out with a bunch of great games, guys. It's over.
I'm still gonna buy it. I'm still gonna buy it.
Yeah, and then there's people that are still going to buy it. There's people who do love all digital. We're just not those people because, again, we're in our iced tea and butter pecan ice cream years. We're the aunties and the uncles now. So we knew how we grew up, but the younger people aren't doing the same thing. Go ahead, Paul.
I talk to folks that are wheelchair bound or that have different type of mobility issues or finite lack of thereof dexterity in their fingers, that it's troublesome to put cartridges in and out to go back and forth between their console and their couch or their bed. So digital is the way for them, you know, or maybe they can only game because it is digital because they don't drive, because they can't, or otherwise, you know, don't know how or something. So there's a lot to the different side of things being okay. But beyond all that, this is actually awesome news. At the end of the day, this is great news that Sony is going digital only. Because if you believe in
Great news.
console wars, if you believe in tribalism, if you believe in sticking to a side, enjoying all of gaming for what it is, but having a favorite, wanting one plastic device to win, one company's games to win, this is fantastic news for Nintendo fans, because this is bad PlayStation news, which is good Nintendo news. So, a bunch of PlayStation crybabies, let them cry because Nintendo is going to win. So, nana nana boo boo, there you have it.
All right,
That's the reality of it. All of that shenanigans that I was saying about, game preservation this, game preservation that, it's all true, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Yay for Nintendo, boo for Sony. Nintendo just got one in the W because Sony got one in the L. Boom. And if you're a Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo fan, a Nintendo 64 versus PlayStation fan, a GameCube versus Xbox fan, this last week of news is music to your ears, because Nintendo is like, we're still making games. We're still releasing games for the almost 10-year-old Nintendo Switch. We're still supporting Nintendo Switch everywhere in the world outside of Europe until February 2027. No signs of slowing down. Meanwhile, your competitors, like, we're laying off 1,700 people today and another 1,500 in the next year. And PlayStation is getting bad PR because of their diskless stuff. That's good news for Nintendo. So, whatever. I joke, kind of. But in reality, when it comes to my side's got to win, your side's winning.
Wait a minute. Okay. You've been hanging out with Paulinetta all day, haven't you?
I think this is
Paulinetta. I was listening to her stream earlier, and she just, I look at things from all perspectives, then I could bring that clarity. Bayonetta, she has an issue with Sony because Bayonetta had an opportunity to grow as a franchise after Bayonetta 1, and nobody wanted her. Nintendo came in to rescue her, so Bayonetta appreciates Nintendo, and that's why I've been listening to Bayonetta, so some of the words that I just shared, that is from watching her stream today, and she's like, she told me exactly what she thinks about it. So
interesting. So before we get too further in, I just want to go and shout out the original Jimzo that just super chatted $1. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Sorry it took so long. We have to let the Bayonetta, Big Paul talk, or what is it? Paulinetta, is it?
Paulinetta, Bayonetta, same thing. She'll answer to both.
Yeah. So shout out to the original Radical Jimzo. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Can I say more?
I'm reading the chat's responses too with Paulinetta's opinions.
Can I say one more thing that I am a little bit sad about? Now, as a Nintendo fan, I don't really have to concern myself with this,
Mhm.
but it's also kind of the death of midnight launches.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I
But
love.
only for Sony fans, so whatever.
I
Paul
mean,
is unhinged on this evening.
I mean, guess what? Guess what?
Hashtag not my problem.
Guess what? I'm happy.
Not my problem.
I can't see I'm happy. I own a Sony PlayStation. I am a
What's your
Sony
favorite
fan.
sports team? What's your favorite sports team?
The Yankees.
The Spurs.
Okay. What sports team are their biggest rivals?
The Mets.
Okay.
This year it was Oklahoma. Yeah.
Okay. Well, those
You're a
sports
Yankee fan?
teams.
You're a Yankee fan or you're a Mets fan. Okay, you can't be both. Look at you.
So
I'm
those
looking at you. That's because I spent a long time with you.
those respective rivals, they just made a giant plunder. So
Yankees are
even
better.
though you like all of NBA, even though you like all of MLB, even though you like all of NFL, your team is your team. So if the other team just made a PR nightmare, haha.
That's a good point, actually.
I mean, this is the thing. I love gaming. I think I don't belong in I'm not the kind Shaq can agree. I don't want to use the word wholesome. I don't want to use the word wholesome, but I think I'm just too wholesome to join the game wars and rivalries and even pointing fingers and hey, look at you with your big giant nose. You put your nose in that person's behind over there and said this and blah 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 blah. And then I just can't do it. Can't do it.
Paul, you made a good point, but I will say this: when it comes to teams, like your basketball teams, your baseball teams, good God, y'all! I don't know what my hair's doing this week. I actually do understand the rivalry, and I do understand, fans going back and forth. To me, that makes more sense because what do championships do, and what do the teams do? Bring great PR to the city, bring tourism to the city, encourage, your city, all that stuff brings money into your city. So that's why it's good. I'm just not arguing over who has the better plastic box. Yeah. I'm not arguing with y'all about that. You want to argue? I ain't about to argue with you. Okay, your plastic box is stupid. Well, your plastic box is stupid. I'm sorry, Mike. I know told us not to. See this. Well, Mike, it's your fault for deciding. Yeah, we're going to totally do a podcast. So, this is kind of your fault.
It hurts, but I have to laugh. I need to laugh. Sorry. The pain is worth it.
And I was seeing somebody. I think Pokey, my little sister. I think she said that we lost the plot. We didn't lose the plot, mamas. It's just that we're kind of accepting what is.
I mean, it is. But you're right. Mm-hmm. I think go ahead. You're actually.
Yeah, I think we're kind of accepting what is. We don't have to like it, but and we don't. Because I completely agree with everyone. We're not going to own our own games. Because let's be honest, is Devin going to show up and try to take my physical version of whatever away from me? No, she don't know me. You know what I mean? Versus if I get everything digital at any time, Nintendo could just push a button. They say, no, you can't have it back. Whatever. There's nothing we could really do.
We're on topic. Video game chaos. The podcast has been a chaos, and also the game is. And video game chaos is Nintendo the savior. But Paul just told you, aha, Nintendo's winning. They are the savior. But we're on topic.
Do you know how many PlayStation fans made fun of Nintendo fans back in the day? Because Final Fantasy VII had that ad in the Electronic Gaming Monthly print magazine. Do you know how many copies, how many cartridges this would take to get it on there? Well, now who's laughing? You don't got a system to put your game on because you don't have a disc or a cartridge to put your game on.
But it's not here yet, so they still have PS5 and all the physical.
And we got PS5 Pro, so PS5 and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have Grand Theft Auto 3 because your system doesn't have 8 buttons; it only has 7.
I heard they at least sold 5 PS5 Pros. It's a respectable number. PS5 Pros, all the way.
So we don't like it, guys. We get it. We don't. And again, we don't have to worry with Nintendo just yet. In 10 years, we can revisit this conversation. Maybe 15 years, because Nintendo isn't necessarily slow on the uptake, but they are a little bit slow.
Nintendo just runs on their own tune. Like they literally run on their own.
They march to the beat of their own drum. They're completely out to lunch.
They're not worried about what PlayStation or Xbox are doing. They love their physical little aisle in Target and Best Buy and Walmart and everywhere. They like to have their physical games there on display for everyone to see. Their demos right now. This is a brand new thing that they're doing with the physical having a demo in store right after they announce the game. They haven't been doing this before. Now they are. Now you can, hey, there's a new demo for Splatoon. You can go play Splatoon right now and go to Target, go to Best Buy and go play Splatoon Raiders. And so that little nugget, not only that, but also Super Nintendo World and the movies, and Nintendo's growing in all directions. Okay, growing.
Yes, Paul.
That's DS. Is it the Nintendo DS, 3DS, whatever?
Yeah. You want to know what Nintendo should do with this?
Make it digital.
What should they do?
Make it digital.
See it, touch it, play it. You can't do that if you don't have Nintendo.
So
this is Nintendo tonight. See it, touch it, play it. Also followed up by their own campaign, Touching is Good. Can't do that on PlayStation because they don't have anything for you.
Well, I mean, again,
Nintendo's time is now to bring it back and to become the bad guys of the industry and say, tough luck. We're sticking physical. You know how Sony made fun of Sega Saturn right before the Sega Saturn had a chance to come out? PlayStation's like $300. Boom. You know how Sony made fun of Xbox? This is how you share on PlayStation. When Xbox was having their whole DRM thing, Nintendo stays away from that. They take the higher route. They stay humble. They don't get into the mudslinging. But right now, with the right PR, right now is the time that Nintendo could. I'm not saying they should. I'm just having a little fun. But honestly,
Nintendo does what PlayStation don't.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
I think my medication is actually like Paul's reacting to my pain medications over here. He's like over there on my meds.
Hey, Paul. Nintendo does what PlayStation don't.
Yeah, there you go. They bring that one too. Nintendo goes back and they pull one out of Sega. Sega used to do it too. Game Boy. Oh, you got 4 colors: green, dark green, black, and dark black. Game Gear has the colors. How do you get colors on Game Boy? Remember, the boy picks up the dead squirrel and slaps himself in the head, and that's how he sees colors. Well, you don't have a squirrel to grab if you're a PlayStation fan because you guys got nothing physical. So here, if you want something physical to play with, get a Nintendo. Boom.
We're gonna get a lot of clips here. A lot of clips, guys.
Yo, like low key.
All views don't represent the public podcast or the affiliates of the
on the lowest. No, for real though, on the lowest of keys, and it is Nintendo's fault. But dear PlayStation, like, how does it feel to know that your entire ecosystem of gaming was built out of spite?
Yeah,
you're like. Okay, we're only teasing, but we're gonna get these jokes off. It's kind of like y'all remember when Jennifer Lopez came out and she and Mariah Carey don't like each other? Because Mariah Carey always said, well, I'm tired all the time because I actually have to sing my songs. And we all know Jennifer Lopez can't sing. So it was kind of like Jennifer Lopez's career was built off of spite because Sony was basically mad that she left. I'm talking about the music industry now. So that's how her career was made, because they were mad at Mariah. There's a few other things that go into that as well. So that's kind of how I feel about PlayStation. They're like the J-Lo, except they actually make good games. And J-Lo can't sing, but PlayStation does have good games.
I love PlayStation. I love PlayStation fans. I hope they get theirs, and
I really think that the PlayStation 6, though, I really think they're going to have a great lineup right out of the gate.
Well,
And I do think the system is going to do well because,
Yeah.
again, we are the vocal minority and we're the old heads. We're the ones that want to touch everything.
can I
Kids
tell
don't,
you
these children don't care about touching anything.
that's
They just want to download.
that they can touch themselves at their own time. Look, listen.
But then I want to wait real quick. But then also my question is, when you have games that are that big, how long is it going to take, especially if everybody's downloading the same day? Ain't
Yeah.
nobody waiting on GTA 6. Everybody's going to be downloading the same day. So I wonder how they're going to deal with that in the future. I'm assuming the systems will be better so we can do that.
So
but, yeah.
listen, this is let's bring it down to the ground.
I'm
and-
still here, guys.
Let's bring it down to the ground, and this is where it all is going to lead to eventually. Because if nothing happens with the world crisis of the centers hogging all the chips for AI and memory, and and for the first time, people are considering even cloud gaming, and if we come to a point where people can't afford to make games, can't afford to buy games because it costs too much to make a console, or they have to sell it to a $1,500 price, that's where cloud gaming is going to come in as a cheaper alternative. And I remember it started with Google Stadia. Google then worked with Microsoft to bring that cloud gaming over to Microsoft. Microsoft is still uses that. You can download the Xbox app on any TV, and then you have access to all your library of games, which then again gives more points to digital because you can't do that with physical. And so, at the end of the day, we have to kind of. I was a Premier Stadia buyer. I invested in Stadia from the very beginning when it first started. I got my little Premier box with my controller. I actually still use Stadia controllers, which is, by the way, one of the best controllers I've ever had. A la par with Switch 2 Pro controller when it comes to comfort and a whole bunch of stuff, but that's another, but again, that I think this, realistically speaking, this is where the world is really heading. I know this is, we joke around with the physical, wars and rivalries and stuff like that. This is all joking, guys. If anybody is a PlayStation fan in the chat, don't get offended. We're just having fun. We're having fun,
Yeah, we're genuinely teasing. We do empathize and sympathize with people who enjoy physical on their PlayStation. We do hate that for y'all.
Yeah. And in the end, I do believe that cloud gaming is going to play a big part as internet speeds goes into the gigabytes, because now I have fiber internet now instead of the regular internet. You got fiber in your house, Paul?
No. It's
the
it's
next
pretty good internet, but not fiber.
The next step is fiber internet, and once fiber is adapted throughout the entire market, that's already 100 gigabytes per sec per download, for 100 gigabytes per second, and so game speeds, you can play Stadia or play, not Stadia, that's dead, cloud gaming with ease, and you won't even feel the difference with that, So my Xbox.
That's a good point too. The internet's just going to keep getting better. Can y'all believe we have like high-speed internet? We remember dial-up.
Oh my God! Yes.
And you had to get off the internet because your mama wanted to use the phone.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I was playing a game online, I'm on to pick up the phone and play a line. It kicked me offline.
Yep.
You got mail, or you are off mail.
AOL Messenger.
Man. Oh my God. I remember, side quest. AOL Messenger. I remember first time I installed the disc. I don't know what I was doing. All I know is that there was at the end of the month, it was like an $800 bill.
Oh,
because of AOL. Oh my, what did I do? I was just chatting, and then back in the day, there's like Yahoo chats and Yahoo games, and play dominoes and a whole bunch of stuff, and pool, whatever, and then there's like Yahoo chats with music, that play music, and they do DJing, a whole bunch of stuff. I just did all that stuff, right? They were $800 a bill for AOL. Crazy.
Let me tell y'all cheering something. Somebody got a kick out of it that I said it that way. I'm so country. But let me tell y'all cheering something. Y'all don't know how good y'all got it. We come from the days of dial-up. We come from the days of having to go to a library so we could write our papers for school. We come from the days of you get 200 minutes on your cell phone and it's free after 9.
The fan is back. The fan is back.
Back in the day, this is what we had, okay? Because the CDs got too expensive, that's why we even came up with Napster and LimeWire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I said, this is also our fault.
Yeah.
All of this digital is our generation's fault. We got to own that. Okay, Facebook. Okay, y'all saw the Social Network, the movie about how Facebook got started and everything. Yeah, the Napster guy was in on that too. Yes, millennials jacked up a lot of stuff for the industry.
You know how many people knock on our door trying to sell us encyclopedias?
Back in the day, man, encyclopedias were dope though. They really were. We had encyclopedias too. They were dope. They had just nothing but crazy information. But we don't have time for that now because everything's online. And so you can read everything online that you need to write your paper or do your school activities and work activities and everything else. So, yeah, MySpace was way better than Facebook. I'm sorry, but I completely agree with you, Alisala. I agree with you because MySpace, and the thing is, I didn't get on MySpace or really on any social media until my family did. Because I was always kind of nervous about it. And to this day, I still am. And now that we know how much people act a fool online, I'm glad that I keep my foolishness behind the scenes. Yeah. But MySpace was cool because you had your own page and you could upload your music to it. All your friends, your top 5 friends or things. I think it was top 5. All these different things. Yeah, it was great.
And who was your very first friend? When you logged in, you had one friend, and that was what's his name again?
Oh, Tom something, wasn't it?
Tom Selleck?
No, that's an actor.
Tom.
Who? Yeah, and he got his money, and he went and got quiet and went somewhere and got out of the spotlight. And I ain't mad at him. Yes, pagers, dream a little more. Now, okay, that we're not going to include doctors in that because doctors still use pagers, but that is a whole different.
I used to have a little Nokia one, like a Nokia one that was like this big, and it was like you could see through it because it was blue and like the see-through technology thing like that. And then I was so happy when I got.
Remember when we had Nokia phones, those little bricks that the phone never died. You would be using that phone for all week long, and it would still have half a battery left. Half a battery life.
I used to play Snakes on it. Remember that game, Snakes?
You could play Snake. I think mine also had Minesweeper.
Minesweeper. I died from Minesweeper. My phone wasn't that fancy. It only had snakes.
Yeah. And then the phones start getting, man, remember when back in the early 2000s when everybody had a ringtone? Y'all, this is before we got tired of ringtones and everybody puts their cell phone on silent now. Man, let's see here. What did I have as my ringtone? I think Rock the Boat by Aaliyah. I had Shiny Disco Balls as one of my ringtones. Yeah. Now I have ringtones, but they're assigned to different people, and I still don't really hear them because my phone's always on silent.
That's funny.
Actually, I think my phone's on Do Not Disturb right now, so I'm not hearing anything right now. But my mom's ringtone is Billie Jean because that's her favorite song. My dad's is As by Stevie Wonder. If you have never heard that song, go look it up. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. My little boo thing is Booed Up by LMI. So individual people have ringtones. But then again, like I said, my phone's always on silent.
Back to the side quest.
Yes, another side quest.
Speaking about Billie Jean, my daughter saw the Michael Jackson movie. We saw Michael the other day.
Oh, how'd you guys like it?
First thing we loved it. She's like a crazy fan now. She has her post Michael Jackson poster on her wall.
That's sweet.
It's like she's the teen from back then when he was around, and so she's for her birthday she wants the record player with his first album where he's like this, like laying down, like in the beach.
That's not his first album, but okay.
No, the album, the album he's like
Thriller.
Yeah.
That's the big one. Yeah, Thriller overtook everyone's life.
Yeah. So yeah, she watches like all the stuff, and yeah, she has a crush on Jafar. Yeah.
You know, can you believe when he came out with the Bad album, he got nominated for I think like 8 or 9 Grammys, didn't win one.
Yeah.
I'm like, did they not listen to the Bad album? I'm hoping that's in the next movie. I want to understand where that came from, because the Bad album was amazing.
I saw a clip, they shared a clip of Jafar and how he looks for the next album. I mean, the next movie, crazy.
No, him at the end of that movie. Spoilers, extreme spoilers for anybody who doesn't want to know. Turn it down real quick. Just turn it down real quick. You know how at the end he sings Bad and he looks like Michael from the Bad album? Yeah. I was like, makeup job on point. Well, of course it helps that they're all related and the family looks alike. But my favorite part in that whole movie, keep it down, keep the sound down if you don't want to know spoilers. My favorite part of the movie was him doing Human Nature.
Yeah.
I love that performance, and if you can find it, it's like a deep cut. It's somewhere on YouTube.
I was a kid.
It's taken down often, but his original performance is somewhere out there.
I was a kid in the 80s. I lived through Michael's best years. I had the glove, the shiny glove.
So did my brother.
Yeah, I had the red jacket. I also went to school dressed as Thriller, you know, with the black shoes, the white socks, and I had everything as a kid. My lunchbox was Michael Jackson. I had I wasn't the
and you know, I loved Michael, but I was the Janet fan. Like Janet she's still my girl. I'm in love with Janet. Okay. I tell people all the time, I'm straight unless Janet Jackson tells me she wants to marry me. Then I'm going off with Janet. No questions asked. I'm in love with her. It is what it is. I told y'all when I met her, she squeezed me right here. Oh, I'm sorry, this side, and I could still feel it. It was great.
One of my stitches.
Never washing this side of my body again because she squeezed it right here. I'm going to the
hospital after this about this podcast. I'll see you guys in the.
I'm gonna have to roll soon, by the way.
Yeah, we should wrap this up because we're just rambling.
Yeah, the podcast ended a while back. This is all extra crispy. And Paul's falling asleep a little bit.
Yes, we love Janet. Yes, we do. That Control album, the self-titled album. And if you have not listened to the Velvet Rope, honey, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, I recommend for all PlayStation fans to listen to Scream from Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson.
I love that song.
It's a good game it's a good movie song to vent out, and you know. Make me want to scream.
Stop pressuring me. Stop pressuring me. Now let's sing Human Nature.
Before we copyright, go ahead and end the podcast here. Paul, where can we find you, sir?
I am on TikTok, but my TikTok is pretty much my YouTube Shorts, X, and YouTube at Paul Gale Network on all three. Daily gaming history videos, sometimes countdowns when there is something to count down. And Paul Gale Network, that's how you can find me. And in 10 days, Indie Mania.
There you go. And Joycey J, welcome, I found you.
Yo, real quick, shout out to Greek. Velvet Rope was my fave. Yes, Bo. She knows what's up. She so knows what's up. Y'all can find me on the app formerly known as Twitter, because I ain't calling it nothing else. I am at DJ Joycey, and I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't really post like I used to, but if you ever want to DM me a Zelda question or at me, I will get back to you. I'm always down to talk about Zelda or Janet Jackson. Either one, I'm cool with.
All right, thank you, Joycey. And of course, you can find me here. Well, not in the week because we're recovering, but I want a podcast because there's these two crazy heads right here next to me, and also you guys in the chat. And
we had a good time tonight.
Yeah. So Paul's about to fly away. Indie Mania next Friday. So next Friday, no podcast. It's the show. It's show day. So we have a Indie Mania show with a whole bunch of trailers. Paul and I are hosting the show once again. It'll be aired on IGN. We will be co-streaming here on the Mega channel, of course, Paul Gale. And of course, we'll send an email out to remind all the co-streamers who co-stream Indie Mania yearly, right? This is our third year, Indie Mania Part 3.
Yeah.
So, with that said, guys, I am moving into my house August 10th. New house.
Sweet.
Exactly 1 month from now. And then the construction to the brand new studio goes into place. I'm gonna go all out or go home, guys. That studio's gonna be crazy. You'll see. You'll see. It's not gonna be a home, a bedroom like I used to have decorated. It's gonna be an actual mega crazy studio, and you'll see once I'm done with that. Paul Gill, let me know. Is this for me to read? Okay. So yeah. With that said, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again to all the super chats, all the memberships. Appreciate it to both here and Paul Gill's channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Before we let you go, we got 2 things we gotta let you know. 2 things. Number 1.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't do that.
Number 2.
You know why? You know why? Because we need you. We need you.
Wait. Did I already say? I'm the Metro just not there. Did I see them?
We told him, never give up, and now we got to tell him the second thing.
Okay, the second thing is journey. You got the journey on.
Got to keep going. Got to keep going. That's why we need you.
We'll see you guys in the next chapter.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, guys.
And love, peace and love. Peace and love. I gotta find
In the show, Mike. I'm tired.
I gotta find the end button.